Morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So we have finished our adventures in Felwood and everything that befouled us there with Gregory and Aeonas. And we are now back at the Cathedral of Light to contact Catherine the Pure for what was originally the Phase 5 questline. So we're going to talk to her. And now we are doing the quest, our Wayward Friend. I'm glad you are here, Paladin. We've got word that a traveler matching the description of our friend Aeonas has been seen near Chillwind Camp, heading in the direction of Sorrow Hill. After what happened in Felwood, I wanted to give him space, but there are those in the Order who still distrust him. And at some point, he's going to need to come in from the cold and explain why he withheld his prolonged involvement with a known agent of the Lich King. Go and find him. See if you can convince him to come in. Alrighty, so we are now going to make our way to Chillwind Post, all the way up north, so I'll see when we get there. After a long flight through Chillwind Camp, we have made it successfully here to Sorrow Hill, where we will find Aeonas in Uther's tomb. So we are traveling here, and we have a high priest here, as well as Aeonas, former Paladin of the Silver Hand. Aeonas gazes up at the statue of Uther in silent reflection. I had a feeling you'd turn up sooner or later. Sorry to disappoint you, but it's not quite time for me to come back yet. That's the best part about being a former member of the Silver Hand. I don't answer to anyone in the Order anymore. At some point, I'll come back, but for now, please tell Catherine that I've acknowledged her request, but I am not ready just yet. You look like you've grown strong since we last met. I am very glad. If there's anything I've done right in my life, it's saving your life in Felwood. But that is a comfort to me. Anyway, best be getting back to Catherine now, unless there was anything else you needed to ask me. If you won't come back, I respect that, but can you at least tell me where you've been? Here and there, but I've kept busy. I've been mostly taking up odd jobs, cracking some bandit skulls here, incinerating some necromancers there, putting down the odd sheep-stealing dragon. Not much, but it's honest work, and it keeps my hands busy. Plus, it's a great way to stay in shape. Why are you here now? Recently, I've been retracing my steps, trying to understand where it all went wrong. I've known a lot of failure, Kaghoe, and I have a lot to atone for, but I'm doing that atonement now, in my own way. Anderhall is my next stop. I've actually not been back there since before the war started, but I feel like part of me has been waiting there for years. I've been avoiding this place for a long time. So many of my best friends, my brothers, my sisters, died in that accursed city, protecting that little box of ashes. I should have been there with them, of course, but my own stubbornness led me to leave the Order just as they were about to need me the most. You couldn't have known what was coming. It hardly matters. I swore an oath, and when you swear an oath, it's for life. Whatever petty squabbles I had, or how narrow-minded some of our leaders were, it didn't excuse me from walking away, even if many of them wanted me gone. So now I'm retracing my steps and walking towards the things that are uncomfortable instead of walking away from them. I understand. I'll let Catherine know you aren't ready yet, and I hope we meet again soon. I'm sure we will. I think I'll remain here for a while. The Night Elf is a surprisingly good conversationalist. Not bad at Hearthstone either. The fishing also ain't bad near Sierra Duro, if you don't mind fishing up the occasional zombie head. Alrighty, so now we're headed back to Stormwind to meet our Wayward Friend. We have returned to Stormwind after our long chat with Aeonas to tell Catherine the Pure about our Wayward Friend. Kaghoe, thank the light you are here. The vault has just been robbed, and the Manoric Echoing Orb has just been stolen.
Light bless you.
Grand Theft Echoing Orb. Please make your way over to the southeastern area area of the canals and speak with the Vault Keeper there, Julian Farenster. He can tell you what he knows, learn what you can about the crime. There were a lot of people who would have wanted to steal that orb, so gathering as much information as we can while the crime scene is still fresh is vital.
Safe travels.
Alright, so that orb that we just did in Felwood in the previous episode has been stolen, so we need to go investigate the break-in. So I'll see when we get there. Arrived at Julian in the canals, and we're going to talk with him. Catherine the Pure sent me. She tells me there was a break-in. Please give me all the details you have regarding what happened. We can't be entirely sure, but it appears that 2 or more separate groups may have had designs on the stolen property. When our guards came upon the vault, it was quite the scene. There were multiple dead assailants wearing red-hooded robes, as well as a disgusting demon. It was horrible. Did your guards or personnel see anything that could help us determine who did this? Do you have any information on who may have killed and robbed these figures, or the demon? Again, regrettably, no. No one saw anything. I did recover this talisman from one of the bodies, however. The Vault Keeper hands you a metal-wrought talisman with a crude symbol of depicting a burning sword. I hope this helps. You have our most sincere apologies for the loss of your property, of your order's property, Paladin. Alright, now we have to go back to Catherine the Pure, so I'll see you when we get there. Catherine the Pure, we tell her about the Grand Theft Echoing Orb. That isn't much to go on, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. I'm interested to hear what you learned in with your meeting with Aeonas, but I'm afraid this matter takes priority at the moment. Let's talk about our current lead. This is undoubtedly a Burning Blade medallion, which suggests the Legion cult involvement. As for where to start, you might try and head over to the taverns in the city and try to shake down some of the more unsavory types for information. It's not much, but it's a start.
Safe travels.
Alrighty, let's head over to those taverns and dark places for these unsavory individuals. I'll see you when we get there. After our talk with Catherine, we have arrived at the Slaughtered Lamb to speak with Ada Darkheart. You look like someone who just lost something. I suspected you'd end up here sooner or later looking for it. To take your credit, you made it here faster than I expected.
Have a good one.
Of course I expected you to find me here. Why do you think I left those cultists' corpses for you to find in that vault? Before you get too worked up, yes, the orb is safe. More safe than this city, apparently. If I had entered the vault just a few moments later, the orb would have been gone. I've said enough for now, and this tavern has ears. Find me on the Isle of Cyrodiil in Western Plaguelands. You'll get answers when you arrive. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, now we have to head over to the Western Plaguelands to meet Ada Darkheart. So I'll see you when we get there. After a long journey, we arrive at Cyrodiil to go speak with Ada Darkheart in this place, and we have discovered Gregory, the Truthbearer. Don't have much to say to you, Paladin. My master thinks we need you. I disagree. I know enough about paladins to know that you are only going to get in the way. Leave me before I crack that thick, self-righteous skull of yours.
See you around.
You don't look surprised to see me. I've had much time to reflect on our last meeting in Felwood, Kaghoe. Not only was my attempt on your life foolish, it was terribly short-sightedness. In my eagerness to complete my mission, I failed to consider my actions and how they would be perceived. This misjudgment has cost us much. I do believe we can still help each other. What can I tell you to put your mind at ease? First off, why did you take the echoing orb from Stormwind? The Cult of the Dam has eyes and ears in many great places. When I realized the Burning Blade intended to make a move on the orb, I made mine first. Trust me, Kaghoe, the orb is safer where I have it than anywhere in Stormwind. Getting into the vault wasn't terribly difficult either. It turns out when you don't properly compensate people who build your opulent castles and vaults, you can never be sure who might end up with knowledge about the secret doors and passageways. Well, that's a disturbing thought. Fine. What's next? How do I fit into this? For starters, I wanted to know that the orb was safe to prevent you from rushing off to chase a dead end. For another thing, the partial ritual we performed in Felwood did not have an effect on the orb. It's changed now. I believe there may be another way to finish the process and destroy it without needless betrayal. However, I believe we'll still need you to complete the ritual. Just not as a sacrifice. These things are all about creating and severing arcane connections, and for good or ill, you are a part of this until the end now. Great. Sounds like you tried to kill me for nothing, then. Regrettably, yes. You must understand that at this time your death seemed perfectly acceptable price to pay for the expedient advancement of my goals. It was simply the most pragmatic path forward. In retrospect, of course, I could see that it was entirely self-defeating and only served to delay the completion of my objectives. That is one of the worst apologies I think I've ever heard. The morality of living is something that does not come easy to someone in my position, Paladin. I can honestly say that it was a costly misjudgment, and I am so sorry for that. I am also sorry that I made an enemy of Aeonas after doing so much to gain some amount of trust. He was a powerful ally, and our cause is weakened without him. Our cause, is it? Just like that? Yes, just like that. Or so I had hoped. You are a capable paladin, Kaghoe. Whatever is lurking on the other end of these orbs is dangerous, and I think you know that. I hope that you can see the logic in continuing our partnership until my mission is completed. I'll have to think about it. What are your plans now? For now, we lie low and wait. The orb is changed, but it is also as if it's been tampered, hardened. I suspect we'll need something significantly stronger than your blood to finish the job and destroy it this time. Ada will be hard at working searching for a suitable reagent. If you happen to cross paths with Aeonas again, tell him I'm sorry. Wanted to ask you about something else. Okay, so the Plaguelands Rendezvous. I sense that the end is in sight. Hopefully we can find a suitable replacement for your blood and be done with this business once and for all. In any case, you came all this way in good faith and you didn't try to kill me, so I appreciate that. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. It's not much, but it served me well. In another life, hopefully it can be a boon to you as well, too. Testament, Horn of Lord Aran. Bum, bum, bum. So that will do it for the end of part 3, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed this, and we will head onward to part 4 and the blood of the Lightbringer. So I'll see you then. Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.